Yummy. What's up, guys? Art Boss here on the East Coast at Boss Strength and Conditioning. Just going to bring to you today a doable workout to keep your fitness level up and to stay strong through all this coronavirus hysteria. And you know, the more I find out about it, the more concerned I become. But we got to stay fit. And we're going to be at home. My gym is going to be shut down tonight at 8 o'clock, and who knows when it's going to reopen. So I wanted to show you how to stay fit with just 2 buckets and some exercises to get done right at home. You can do them with your kids. They're really safe for everybody, and you can adjust the weight of each bucket according to how much water you put in. For every gallon of water, you have 8.34 pounds per gallon. So a full bucket is going to be about 50 pounds, and 1 gallon is going to be about 10 pounds. 2 gallons about 2 gallons about 20 pounds. So, and you know, if you want to make it harder, you can do 1 bucket at a time with these movements. And if you want to make it even harder, you can put sand in each bucket. And of course, you want to keep each bucket with the same amount of sand so you know, develop yourself symmetrically. But I think that goes without saying. So, but I left Walmart without my buckets, so I'm just going to use some beat up old buckets without handles, and we're going to get it done. And we're going to get our exercise in for the day. And you can do this routine, you know, 3 times a week. This is the first video that I'm doing, and it's going to involve a movement called the farmer's carry, which is a great movement to start with. And then we're going to be doing squats, and then bucket rows for the back and the biceps. And then we're just going to do a simple movement, which everybody likes, big arms. So we're going to finish off with some bicep curls. So with this workout, you're going to pretty much work the whole body. The farmer's carry is a full body movement. The squat, of course, is a lower body movement. But the unique thing about this squat with the bucket is it's going to work your upper body too, because you have to hold the bucket up. So it's really a great exercise to not only work your muscles, but also it's going to tax your cardiovascular system too, along with the farmer's carries and the bent rows and also the bucket curls. So it doesn't take much. All it takes is a desire to get fit, and here at Boss Strength, we're going to show you how to do it. So that being said, we're just kind of lazing around the house today with my animals. And yep, all my animals are just chilling. Tigger, she's zoinked, and Bear is just chilling. And so there's Precious. She's waiting to come in. We're gonna get this done. So that being said, let's get to work.
You're good.
The first exercise I'm going to show you is a farmer's carry. And the farmer's carry is a great exercise to not only get your heart pumping and just get a cardiovascular component going in your training, but also it works your grip, your arms, and a lot of your back, your upper shoulders, your traps, and just a great all-around exercise to really start out with, because it gets the blood flowing and gets you really warmed up in your hands and all parts of your body. So what I've done is I filled the buckets half full of water, and it's it's pretty easy to start with according to your strength level. You can, you know, add the water accordingly. If you're really strong and you want a good workout, you can fill it all the way to the top, and that's about 50 pounds per hand. And if you just have a gallon, then it's roughly about 8 pounds in each hand. So, and again, it's great to get your kids involved. They'll probably see you doing it and wonder what the heck's going on. So it can really turn out to be fun for the whole family. But basically all you're doing is just picking the buckets up with your legs. So you want to bend down and just grab each bucket in your hand, but bend at the hips and keep your back straight and just tight, and then just stand up with them and let them drop to your side. If your shoulders are forward like this and your hands are in front of you, you just want to pull them back as much as possible, because according to how the buckets are setting, they'll really telegraph how your body positioning is. So you always want your shoulders back and your hands by your side. So from this position, you just want to walk, keeping your body tight from the waist up. And according to how much room you have to walk, the further the better. And it definitely works your grip. The longer you keep it, you can make it like a challenge and just walk as long as you can with them in your hand. And that really tests your grip. Or like right now, I'm used to using a lot more weight, but I can feel it pulling on my shoulders and my back. So it's really good for working your posture and also your legs. It's really a full body movement, and like I said, it really gets the body warmed up for other movements. So again, I'll just demonstrate. Buckets to the side, knees slightly bent, shoulders back, and your back wants to be straight. And then just with leg power, stand up and walk. And if you want to get really advanced, you can do one bucket at a time, which really makes you stabilize the core a lot more because you're getting pulled. So that's a great way to make the exercise harder, and it's great for your core training and your shoulders too. Okay, how was that for that one? The next exercise we're going to get to is the squat. And what the squat does is it works the quadriceps and your hamstrings and tightens up your glutes, which is an area that everybody wants to have some muscle in. So what we're going to do is just take the bucket and hold it out in front of us like this. And I like to squat to a bench so I know that I'm hitting the proper depth every rep. So what I'm going to use is the corner of this bench here, and I like to take a wide stance too for my squats, and I try to keep my hips back and keep my knees from going forward. So it tends to work with a wider stance, the inner thigh. So the closer your feet are, the more outer thigh, the more wider stance you take, the more inner thigh. So it might stress your groin a little bit. So you don't want to go too heavy on these. You want to get about the 10 to 15 rep range for every set. So again, a pretty wide stance. Hold the bucket up and then just throw my hips back and up. And of course you don't want to go too heavy. You want to keep the bucket up to your chest and keep that from falling. So it also works your upper body too, because you're stabilizing that weight in position as you're squatting. Next we're going to hit a exercise called the bent row, and this is a great exercise for your grip and your biceps, your arms, and your upper back. And what we're going to do is take what they call an athletic position, and it's like a quarter squat. And we're just going to step into the middle of the buckets and lift up, just using your upper or your lower back. And from that athletic position, we're just going to row up and then down. Up, squeeze the back in the top position, right behind the shoulders, and then down. You want to let them down almost to the ground so you get that full stretch in the back muscles, and then squeeze up and then down. You want to keep the reps in between 10 and 15 for this exercise, and it really will get your biceps and your back fired up. Okay. The next exercise we're going to be doing with the buckets is the bicep curl. Now, we can do 2 buckets at a time, which you just want to grab each bucket and let it hang by your side, and then make your palms face out. And from this position, with your body straight, just curl up until the bucket hits your forearm, and then down. So just a slight pause at the top, and then down. You want to keep your rep range between 10 and 15 reps, and you want it slow and controlled. You don't want to swing your hips into the movement to get your arms in motion. You just want a slow and controlled movement with a slight pause at the top to squeeze. And this will really finish off your arms. And get that beach bod happening. Or you can do them one at a time, and that's good too. Just like the farmer's carry, doing 1 bucket at a time, it works a little bit more of the core because you're stabilizing your body with that weight moving on one side. That's it.